Good morning, everybody. Happy advisory. So this next lesson, we're going to talk about study skills. It's going to be broken up into 6 different parts, so we're going to work through it the next week and a half. And the first part here is just going to be about understanding what I need. So we're going to actually take a little quiz of some kind. It's no grade, right? You're just going to work through these questions just to understand more about your own study style, okay? And what you need to do more of, okay? We're going to talk about scouting your classes, and I'll tell you what that means, okay? So in this scenario, Timothy was so confused when his teacher said things like take notes and use your time better or study hard, right? What did she mean? He decided to make a presentation to the school board asking for a class in study skills. Timothy wanted a class that would help him and his friends learn how to do their best in school. So his argument was so good that the school board voted to add the class. So after this lesson, we're going to know a little bit more about how to scout your classes. And again, I will explain what that means. And how to gather the most critical information about your classes. And then we're going to create our own scouting report. Okay? All right. So what I want you to do is we're all going to take out your journals. You're going to work through these questions and you're going to write yes or no next to them. So what you're going to do is you write down the number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the question, and then you're just going to next to it write a yes or no, okay? And then we're going to go later and tally them up, okay? So I spend more time than necessary studying for what I'm learning, yes or no? It's common for me to spend hours cramming the night before exam, yes or no? If I dedicate as much time as I want to my social life, I don't have enough time left to focus on my studies. Or when I study as much as I need to, I don't have time for my social life. I often study with the TV or radio turned on, yes or no? Number 5, I struggle to study for long periods of time without becoming distracted or tired. Yes or no? Number 6, I usually doodle, daydream, or fall asleep when I go to class. So doodle is like drawing. 7, often the notes I take during class are difficult for me to understand later when I try to review them. That is 100% me. I know for a fact I cannot read my own handwriting. So if I'm taking notes, it better be on the computer because otherwise I'm not going to be able to understand it. Yes or no? Okay, number 8 is I often end up getting the wrong material into my class notes. So you're writing notes and you focus on the wrong part, the less important information. That's what that means. Yes or no? Okay. Next group of questions. Again, we're writing the, So number 9, I don't usually review my class notes from time to time throughout the semester in preparation for exams. So you take the notes and then you leave the notes. Okay, yes or no? Number 10, when I get to the end of a chapter in a textbook, I struggle to remember what I've just done reading. I do that all the time as well. When I go to bed, I like to read. And then if someone were to ask me what I read, I wouldn't be able to tell them. And that's because I'm not fully invested in what I'm reading. I'm distracted. Okay, yes or no? Number 11, I struggle to identify what is important in the text. Yes or no? 12, I frequently can't keep up with my reading assignments and consequently have to cram the night before a test. Yes or no? 13, for some reason I miss a lot of points on essay tests, even when I feel well prepared and know the material well. So this is a test that involves writing. So 14, yes or no, I study a lot for each test, but when I get to the test, my mind draws a blank. Yes or no? 15, I often study in a sort of disorganized, haphazard way, only motivated by the threat of the next test. 16, I frequently end up getting lost in the details of reading and have trouble identifying the main ideas and key concepts. Yes or no? And the last couple, 17, I don't usually change my reading speed in response to the difficulty level of what I'm reading or my familiarity with the content. So this is saying, if the text is actually easier to read, Your reading speed actually stays the same, and you don't change it. You don't quicken the speed if it's easier or slow down the speed if it's more difficult. 18, I often wish that I was able to read faster. Yes or no? 19, when my teachers assign me papers and projects, I often feel so overwhelmed that I really struggle to get started. Yes or no? More often than not, I write my papers the night before they are due. Yes or no? 21, I really struggle to organize my thoughts into a logical paper that makes sense. Yes or no? Okay, so hopefully everyone followed along next to the number, wrote yes or no. The reason we did this is because these are the results. If you answered yes on these numbers, this is what you'd fall under, right? These are the things that you would need more support on or need to work on. Okay, so for example, if you have answered yes to the questions 1, 2, and 3, then you could use some support, or you could work on your time scheduling, right? That's managing your time. Concentration. Again, 4, 5, and 6. If you wrote yes, then this might show that you struggle with your focus. 7, 8, and 9. That's listening and note taking. Those are things that you can focus on to get your to improve your study skills. Reading. If you wrote yes to 10, 11, and 12, then you could use some support with reading. So if you wrote yes for 13, 14, and 15, then you struggle with exams, taking tests. Maybe you get a little overwhelmed and feel overwhelmed, and you get a little nervous, and that impacts how you do on exams. Again, we have another reading here, 16, 17, and 18, that's also related to reading. And the last one, writing skills, 19, 20, and 21. If you wrote yes to all 3 of these questions, then you need to develop better writing skills. Okay, so this is what we did the quiz for. I wanted you to see, where do I struggle the most? And throughout this lesson, we're going to talk more about what we can do to improve these skills. Okay, so these are the things we need to focus on and the things we need to work on. Okay, hopefully everybody followed along. I didn't go too fast for you. And now you have an idea of where you can focus your attention. With that said, have a good day. See you next time.